Hello, this is Will from journalwallstreet.blogspot.com. I'm here to review the trades of April 26, 2012. As you can see today, much better than yesterday and much better than the first 2 days this week. I did make some trades on my Ameritrade account because I kind of wanted to do some swing trades, but it kind of just turned into a day trade because I didn't feel like holding overnight. So we have a lot to get to, so let's go straight to the trades. One of the first trades I was in AKAM. Fairly simple trade. I saw a inside bar slash pullback play right here, and I wanted to get short, and I did. The problem was it had an uptick rule, so I kept offering, and I just didn't get filled. Finally, I got filled down here, but as you can see, I got stopped out, and then AKAM took a freaking dive. So that was a really big missed opportunity. That would have been a $800 trade, but at that point I just kind of gave up on it. Next trade was in FDO, Dollar Tree. So the only reason why I got into this stock was because it was an above inside day play. This was one of the things I wanted to hold for a swing trade, but I got stopped out here. I could have used the bottom of this as my stop, but I really didn't want to have that much risk overnight. Next trade also was destined to be a swing trade. SINA. Notice how it's similar to the pattern that happened here, where kind of trending down and then meets the inside day and then pops up. Pretty much the same pattern, and that's what I was anticipating as well. In this trade, I didn't get stopped out, and I actually got in more for a swing trade. So let me get rid of some of these lines real quick. Excuse me, I got in for a day trade. So for my swing trade, I went long about right here, and I hit out at the end of the day close to 59, just because I knew SINA has earnings coming up, and I thought it was tomorrow morning, but I guess I might be wrong. I didn't see it on my watch list, but because of that, I didn't want to have any overnight risk, especially with potential earnings in the morning. As for a day trade, I noticed that, well, it was pulling back here, so I got long about somewhere up here, and of course I put my stop right there, and I got stopped out. Had I not been stopped out, then this would have turned out to be a really nice trade, but at least I had my shares from my swing account, and I sold that for a gain at the end of the day. Next trade was in AET. This was more of a trial tape trade. I wish I got involved here. This would have been a great trial tape trade, but I was on the way to work during this time, and I didn't get involved. I got involved somewhere here and here and here, and none of it really worked. I was in a ridiculous amount of size, but my risk was ridiculously low, so it didn't really matter. But I gave this a few tries, and none of them really worked, so I left it as that. Another trade I was in NUAN. I tried to get this pullback here, and I was stopped out. I got in above here on this inside bar, and I was stopped out because of that little wick right there. It would have been nice had I not been stopped out, but it would have been dead money for quite a while until it finally broke free. GG. can't really see it as well here, but there was quite a bit of buying done at the 70 cents right around here. So I got in long with size, and as you can see, I was stopped out. I should have flipped. If I flipped, it would have been a really nice 50-cent move, or up to 50-cent move. But once I got stopped out, I kind of just let the trade go. But this was a tape trade. HCA, bull flagish, kind of a pullback-ish with a 15-minute inside bar here. I got in with size, but I kind of knew it was going to be sort of a Momo trade. So I got in and then I immediately sold some up here and I was stopped out of the rest. So very small gain on here on a trade that ultimately failed. So it's not too bad. LVS, this was another mistake trade. So I was watching it kind of bounce off these lows, and it was kind of making a descending triangle. So around this point, I decided to buy some long call options. I wanted to buy 5 call options. This was in my Ameritrade account, but instead I accidentally bought 5 shares. Yes, 5 shares. So I thought, like, what the heck am I gonna do with 5 shares? So I think during this pullback, right here, I bought 295 more, so at least I had a well even number. And again, that was on my swing trade. So on my day trade account, I noticed that there was let me get rid of these lines first. I noticed that this was sort of a bull flag here, and this bar right here was an 15-minute inside bar. So I thought a break above this level would coincide with a break above the flag, and it could potentially get up there. I actually had 57.25 as my level, as my target level. But once it got to the 57 hold number, I sold some, and when it couldn't hit my 57.25, I sold more around 57, and I sold it from my day trade account and my Ameritrade account, which I bought here. So not a bad move. I actually did end up buying like 10 call options around this area, and I sold them at the end of the day for a nice gain as well. I don't have the exact numbers on that, but yeah, it worked out. Next trade, UPS. So little triangle here, and right at the triangle we had a inside bar. So I bought some here just because it's a break of this triangle and it's an inside bar play, and started to kind of consolidate a little here and developed another inside bar. So I used that to get even more. I was in super small on this one, on the first move. So I got in some more above this inside bar candle and put my stop below it. And then once it started to consolidate here again, what I did before that was I sold into 2025, because as you can see, it was holding it, came back down, holding it, came back down. So I pretty much got most of my shares out there. Then I believe I tried to get in on this inside bar, but I was stopped out, and I kind of gave up on the trade. But had I stayed in it, I mean, look at this move, very nice move. A 75-cent move, and I had decent amount of size here. Not a lot, but decent amount, which would make this a really nice trade. But instead, it was a small profit, which is fine, because you know, when UPS was consolidating around here, there's no telling which way it would go. Yeah, there's a chance that above 26 it would lift and keep going, but I mean, the stock gapped down quite a bit after earnings, so you just had to take what you can get, and I'm okay with whatever happened with this trade. Next trade was in CHRW. Pretty nice trade, somewhat of a bear flag here. I can't tell as much, but let me stretch just out a little so a little more clear. So, let me change my time frame. Okay, looks much better. So, bear flag here, really nice, with an inside bar right there. Took the short, worked pretty much right away. Started covering around this area, and that was that. Really nice trade. I could have, or I should have, used the measure move of their bear flag, so it would have been around the same area, but that wasn't the reason why I covered. I just kind of covered some here, covered some there, and just got out my position around this area, which happened to be good instincts, I guess, because it was right. Another trade was in O'Reilly. Inside bar here. After a gap up on earnings, conference call going on, and whatever happened, it affected O'Reilly, AutoZone, and Advanced Auto Parts. But inside bar here, broke out of there. I didn't get involved there. I got involved with because of a pullback in a 5-minute inside bar, I believe, around. I think here was a pullback, and here was a 5-minute inside bar that I first got in at. So I just went in along there with you know, the stop that I needed to be. Then, as it was trading further, I noticed on the 13-minute chart that there was a nice little wedge here that's actually part of this bigger bull flag, right? And an inside bar there. So at this point, I decided to get bigger, and I bought more shares here, and I actually bought some shares in my swing account as well. But I was stopped out on this wick there. But on my day trade account, I set a stop lower. I don't know why my Ameritrade account got triggered, but it doesn't matter. So after this move, another inside bar here, and it kind of just took off. And you know, I took sales on the way up, took sales near the hole, and took sales near this previous high, and finally I hit the biz to get out as the market closed around there. So that was a really nice trade. After looking at it again, I didn't have enough risk on, because my initial purchase was around down here. So by the time I saw this, because I was averaged in at such a great price, and there was a very clear stop, I was able to add more shares but maintain my break even around this area. So I had about 300 shares averaged in at 96 with a stop below 90. So there was 6 cents risk on 300 shares. So that's only $18. It should have been triple that, or at least double that. And you know, I would have made double the money had I been more aware of my risk versus reward situation in this trade. But it's just something to think about next time when I'm in a nice position that offered me a really clear risk reward of a subsequent play, but I didn't do that this time. But next time I will. That's it for my day trades. Swing trades, not much of a swing trade, but I bought some WYNN call options. I bought some here on this pullback, and I added some on this pullback, but I sold a bunch towards the end of the day. I'm still holding on to maybe 3 or 4 calls, nothing too major, but maybe there's more upside in WYNN, because it looks Looks pretty nice on a daily. It broke through the previous high there, so we'll see how it goes. They're supposed to have earnings coming out pretty soon. Um, I don't know if I want to hold through there, but I'll make my trades as they go up. Update on Netflix. So today, more weakness inside day. Tomorrow, my options will expire tomorrow, so hopefully we see some more downward movement because I wanted to get below 80 by tomorrow. Don't know if that's going to happen, but I'll manage my trade using the intraday chart. Baidu recovered, no, traded lower today. I'm still not in the money on my puts, so I needed to trade a lot further down. Let's see, is this inside day? Nope, we just beat it. And I think that's it for my swings. I don't really have that much risk on right now. VVUS still looking good. Excuse me. Clearly above this range here. Might be able to hit the 52-week high at some point in the next week or so. So I'm still holding on to that. For tomorrow, we have Amazon, who reported today. Great numbers, by the way. You know, really strong up move. There is a somewhat of a level around 220s, so that's something I want to definitely look at. Starbucks is another stock on my watch list. I believe 58 is somewhat of a level here, so I want to keep my eye on that tomorrow. Expedia 38 is definitely a level, so I want to keep my eye on that. Then we have DEC and FIO. Not really great trading stocks, but something on my watch list. And of course, tomorrow morning we have Simon Property Group coming out with earnings, SPG. Very close, tied into my GGP play. So if SPG shoots up, then I expect GGP to follow, which is continue to make new 52-week highs. I sold another chunk of shares today, so you know, I still have plenty. So I don't mind any additional upward moves. Chevron, another stock having earnings tomorrow morning. NEM has earnings as well. Kind of looks pretty decent for a pullback break play. So we'll see if earnings will shoot it up or if it's gonna, you know, tick out this 52-week low and trade further down. We'll see. And also Ford is on my watch list. I don't really trade it, but should have a ton of volume tomorrow. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.